Okay, so you're probably wondering, right? Is it true that having a great physique actually attracts women? And the truth is, it actually does, right? This used to be me, okay? Bro, I was skinny as fuck. No confidence, no faith in myself. I looked like shit, bro. I did not look attractive at all, right? But since I've gotten in shape now, right? Bro, I can tell you right now that I've become a choosing signal, right? And I've been in both worlds. I've been skinny, and now that I'm in shape, I would much rather be in shape because the opportunities that you get are endless, bro. Like you can get abundance of women. You know what I'm saying? But again, my point is, I'm gonna teach you guys exactly what I did, right, to actually create a physique like this. Because again, it wasn't easy to create a physique like this. Firstly, right? There's only going to be 5 main points that you guys need to follow to so you can actually start putting on muscle, right? And you can start putting on some size and look great. Especially right now, summer's coming up now. But to be fair, you know what? I don't give a fuck about summer. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm trying to stay lean and in great shape throughout the whole year, bro. Like for the rest of my life, right? But anyway, let's get straight into it, right? First things first, I want to make sure that you guys understand this one thing, yeah. You know, when it comes to training, right? We want to train like a bodybuilder. You do want to train like an athlete, but you don't want to end up looking like a bodybuilder, right? Because firstly, women don't even find that attractive, right? Like, how many guys do you see in the gym that are so like buffed up, bro? Like, they've got like massive shoulders, these big ass traps. They're so chunky, like it doesn't look right. Okay, so the first thing, get the image out of your head, right? That we're not trying to look like a bodybuilder. Yes, of course, we want good aesthetic physique. We want to put on muscle. We want to stay lean. We don't want to look chunky. Okay, don't get me wrong, you can still have enough muscle mass and still look great in t-shirts, athletic. Make sure you got a good shoulder to waist ratio. That's what we're aiming for. We're not aiming to be this massive bodybuilder. I'm not aiming to be a massive bodybuilder, you know what I'm saying? I'm just trying to make sure I get lean enough so you can see my abs, lean enough so you can see the cuts in my shoulders. And to be fair, I'm still trying to get lean now. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not far now. I think I'm on like 15% body fat right now. So I want to get down to like, I'm gonna say like 12, between 10 and 12, you know what I'm saying? And I can hold that for the whole year. So if I can do it, you guys can definitely do it, all right? So what I've done to get this far, okay? Again, as I told you, I was used to be skinny. This is what you guys need to do, all right? To be fair, even if you're overweight, you can still follow this split, you know what I'm saying? So firstly, my training split. I'm not gonna lie to you, when I first started off, right, I started doing this thing called like a full body day, right? Where I did Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. All I did was I did chest, shoulders, and back. And I did 2 exercises, right, of 3 sets on each one. And I make sure that in each set, I was doing progressive overload. So I was trying to push beyond my limitation, right? I probably keep about 1 to 2 reps in reserve so that way I can hold it for my next set and actually, again, still try to push to failure. But in terms of reps wise, I was only doing between 6 to 8 reps, right? Because in order for you to build muscle, you need to stimulate your muscles firstly, right? Have great form. But secondly, you need to build strength, right? Because as you build strength, you're gonna build muscle. It's that simple, right? So my training split, I did like again, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, I did upper body, right? So on Monday, Wednesday, Friday, I did full upper bodies, right? And then on Tuesdays and Thursdays, I did legs and arms, right? So again, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, full upper body, 2 sets, 2 exercises for 3 sets. And then on Tuesdays and Thursdays, I did literally legs, right? 3 exercises for legs, 2 exercises for biceps, and 2 exercises for triceps. I did that on Tuesday, and I did that on Thursday, right? So you are basically training 5 times a week practically. You can split it up a bit more, so you can have a rest day, I say like on a Thursday, and then train on Friday and Saturday if you want. Entirely up to you guys. But this is what I did, right? Right. Next point, my food. Your food is your main thing that's gonna actually get you in shape. I don't care what anyone says, yeah. Your food is so important, right? If you want to put on muscle and you want to put on some size, right? You want to be in a calorie surplus. It's simple as that, right? If you don't know what I'm talking about, maybe just pause the video, write this shit down, and then just go onto ChatGPT and just ask ChatGPT what calorie surplus is. Because I'm not gonna explain everything right now in this one video, because I'm trying to keep this video nice and short. You get me? But yeah, for me, when I was skinny, right, I wanted to be on a calorie surplus. I didn't want to do a crazy calorie surplus. I only did like 500 calories above my maintenance, and high protein meals. That's what you want, right? Because when you have high protein meals, you need your protein to fuel your muscles, and that's how you're gonna grow. Okay, that's for food, right? So again, make sure you're in a calorie surplus, and make sure you got high protein with a moderate amount of carbs and fats in your macros when it comes to actually your foods, right? Thirdly, my bad, supplements, right? People always want to take so many supplements. Look, I'm gonna keep this very straightforward. The only supplements that I took, right, until I started seeing some good size and just feeling a lot more energetic, right, was magnesium, right, vitamin D, right, and zinc. Okay, in terms of vitamins, that's all you need, right? And then when it comes to powders, the only thing that I ever took, and I'm still taking, is creatine and protein powder, right? Them 5 things is the only thing you need, right? Because that's going to keep your testosterone high and natural, right? That's also going to help you with bloating. It's also going to help you with digestion, right? And actually going to the toilet properly, especially if you're eating a lot more calories, right? Your body's not used to it. So you need to obviously make sure you have your magnesium, zinc, vitamin D. Especially if you live in the UK, vitamin D, we don't get enough of, man. So, you know what I'm saying? I'm having like 10,000 IU of vitamin D. Okay. And the last thing that's really important that people don't actually understand what I actually did and what you guys need to do as well, especially if you want to put some size on, is recovery, right? Listen, your body recovers the best when you sleep, right? Your body grows when you sleep. It doesn't grow when you're awake, okay? And that's why your quality of sleep is so important. And you need to be getting at least between 7 to 9 hours of sleep every single day, and make sure it's quality sleep. But I used to be someone that used to go sleep so late and shit, and I was thinking like, yo, like I'm waking up and I'm feeling so sore, right? Or I'm just not getting the best quality sleep. Bro, your sleep and your recovery is so important. So even you having rest days is important. At least have 2 rest days a week, you know what I'm saying? And when it comes to your sleep, make sure you create like a little nighttime routine. So what I did was I used to always go sleep at least by 10 a.m., right? And have a good amount of 7 to 8 hours sleep every single day, and make sure I'm not trying to, you know, like wake up in the middle of the night trying to go for a piss and shit. Because don't get me wrong, sometimes I used to do that. That's because I was drinking too much water, right? So get your protein in, you know what I'm saying? So my point is, you want to have focus on recovery, right? Like I mentioned earlier, that's the only 5 things that I actually took seriously, right? Is that 5 things? Was that 5 things or was that 4 things? Yeah, I'm sure it was 5. No, 4 things, yeah. That's only 5, that's only 4 things that you guys need to take seriously, okay? And your priority is to build muscle, right? And put on the least amount of fat on. That is your priority. And if you follow this correctly, you will definitely do that, and you will get the physique that all women actually want, man. Again, a woman doesn't want someone that's fucking massive, that's walking around like the Hulk and that. You know what I'm saying? Because that's not actually appealing to women. You know what I'm saying? What's appealing to women, since I've experienced it, right, is being lean, right? Having a good amount of muscle mass, and making sure that you got that nice V-taper when it comes to having broader shoulders and a small waist. Trust me, when you look aesthetic, right, your attraction levels go crazy, bro. I'm talking like when you're wearing clothes, especially when you're wearing t-shirts, you got good arms, you got a nice shoulder to waist ratio. When you take your top off at the beach, you know what I'm saying? Like, you're gonna get so many stares and so many people looking at you like, yo, like, who's this guy? Especially when you live in a day like in this world, currently right now, yeah, everyone's out of shape, bro. Like, look around you, like wherever you go, Tesco's, any supermarkets, Asda, even like bars or clubs, wherever you go, look around you, you're gonna see so many people out of shape, right? So when you're already in shape and you're already in that top 10% category in the world, you know what I'm saying? I'm telling you, women love, right, an attractive, lean physique, right? You don't need to get massive and big fucking shoulders and taking steroids and shit. Like, you don't need to do all that shit, bro. I promise you, don't go that route. Keep it natty, yeah. Make sure you stay consistent, and the main important thing is have patience, right? Let me know in the comments if you guys are starting this journey, and yeah, man, leave a like down below, and I'll see you guys in the next video.